What's up, guys? Welcome back to yet another episode of Accepting All Trades. In this one, I'm sure you can tell by the title and my t-shirt, I'm taking hold of the Edmonton Oilers. Now, we're going to try a few things differently than we did in past episodes. So if you haven't checked out the past ones, first, click the I button, watch the whole playlist, and then tune into this one just to get some context on how the series is going to work. But before we jump into that, basically what we're going to do differently this time is we're going to turn off the salary cap and see what kind of trades we can make, because we noticed last episode with Chicago, since they're tight against the cap, not many trades came through. So we want to get more trades, obviously, and make the series more exciting each episode. So we're going to try this episode with a cap off. The next thing we're going to do differently is put Edmonton's 3 best players in terms of trade value on the trade block at the start of the season to see if we can get some more blockbuster trades going in this series. And finally, one thing that I still haven't done in any of the episodes so far is show you guys the end of year player stats and the trophy awards at the end of the year. So we're going to do that as well after the season ends. So hopefully those changes make a little bit difference and make it more exciting. As always, guys, the series is ever changing, so leave your feedback once you watch the entire episode and let me know what worked, what didn't work, what you would like to see change, or any other ideas in the comments below. So like I said, owner mode's off. In this episode, we're going to turn the cap off and see how that affects things. Morale meetings off, waivers we're also going to keep off. I don't really like those. And coach edit lines off as well. And like I did last episode, you guys seem to predict Chicago at least making the playoffs, so that was good. Now we're going to do that again. So in the poll, let me know how you guys think we're going to do with the Edmonton Oilers while accepting under trades under these conditions that I set forth. Will we miss the playoffs? Will we make the playoffs? Or will we win the Stanley Cup? Let me know your thoughts up there. So before we start the sim, I gotta show you guys this new and improved trade block, and it's looking pretty damn scary. Connor McDavid is on the block, almost max trade value. Probably should be max, I don't know why he's not. Lucic is next, and then Cam Talbot is next. Draisaitl's value is actually not that high right now because it didn't update the rosters. Obviously next year it'll be much higher. Surplus is the same, everything and anything is on the table. The wants I've kept the same. It's just any forward, defenseman, or goalie that's at least 78 overall or higher, no picks involved. So hopefully this makes this episode a little bit more exciting for you guys. Hopefully there's more trades that are rolling in. I'm interested to see what kind of teams go after players like this. Lucic, huge cap hit. I don't know if he's worth it for 7 years. McDavid. I'm interested to see what kind of trades are going to roll in. Before we do that, we've got to look at our lines. So in terms of the lines, I didn't really have to do much, to be honest. I kept the centers as is. The wingers, I switched the first 2 lines just because of their handedness. I like the 1Ts on their off wings. Yeah, I mean, pretty solid center core. McDavid, obviously, the cornerstone there. Top line winger could be better. On defense, though, I'm pretty happy. I mean, we don't really have that elite top pair. We have a bunch of 85s, like mid-range defensemen. I mean, our D depth is good, but overall we don't have that stud to carry us to where we need to be probably. So hopefully we can get some defensemen in return for some of these trades that are inevitably going to come. And then in that we got a pretty solid goaltender in Cam Talbot. Obviously played a crap ton of games for Edmonton this year, and I'm expecting him to do the same in the sim. That is unless he gets traded, of course. He is on the block, so these lines are good for now, but I honestly have no idea what to expect after setting the trade block like I did. So we're in the Pacific Division. It's not that competitive when you got teams like Vancouver and Arizona in it. So it's going to be a fight for the playoffs. I think we should make it, though. On paper, we're not bad. 89, 91, and 87. So our goaltending could use, we could use a better backup goalie, especially if the goalies are rotating in and out. But, you know, we'll see. We can't control anything. We gotta hope and pray for some trades to happen. So let's jump into the sim and just see what the hell happens. Let's first see if we can get through the preseason without losing a key piece of our franchise here. Okay, and our first preseason trade has rolled in. It's kind of a depth trade. Once again, Islanders getting rid of Seidenberg and Chimera. I think we've seen them trade them away in previous episodes in exchange for a second-round pick, Zach Cassidy and Eric Gryba. I think we lose this trade, but we got to accept it anyways. So that trade went through, and I just realized that we still have some players down in the minors. So we're calling out Justin Fontaine, Puljujarvi, and Mark Fane on D, setting down a couple of these lower mid-70s overall guys. We're getting rid of Pitlick, a young right winger who I don't think we're using right now, for John Michael Lyles. So we're definitely supplementing our D depth. Not a huge trade by any means, so we got to take it. Alright, so preseason's done. Already 2 trades have been made. If the preseason's any indication of how many trades that are going to happen during the season, we're in for a long episode here, alright? So, without further ado, let's jump through the first 2 months. Oh, no way! Oh my god, this is a trade where we actually win big time. Huge upgrade. Arizona wants Kyra for some reason for 2 2/3 for Pavel Datsyuk, who's still an elite center in this game. So I will take that every day of the week. And just I'm talking about Leon Draisaitl, we lose him to the Vancouver Canucks of all teams. We're picking up Henrik Sedin, so I think a better center on paper right now. And we get Ryan Miller, so we get a solid backup and a solid center in return. I mean, I didn't like seeing Draisaitl play in the 4th line, so at least he's going to get a lot more playing time in Vancouver. And I think it's actually an upgrade for us, which is surprising. And this trade can only happen because the cap's off. Obviously, look at that, $13 million this way, less than $1 million going the other way. So, interesting trades are happening right now. Oh my god, we've gone through like 6 games, and we keep getting trades. Oh my god, Jaromir Jagr for Chris Russell. So, the oldest player in the league, still good, still really good, but we lose one of our top pair defensemen. Jagr playing with, maybe I might play him with McDavid, who knows here. So we got to take this one as well. Alright, we lose Larson, our top defenseman, for Daniel Sedin. Why don't you just do it in one trade, Vancouver? Why do you always trade your twins separately? Oh my god. We cannot stay away from these ridiculous trades. It's all old players coming because there's no cap. Okay, well, we lose Nuge, so fair enough, but we get Zetterberg back, so that's an upgrade to our center. And Cronwall for Sekera, I think, is an upgrade as well. So on paper, this trade works out for us. So we're not even a month through the season, and we've already had like 5-6 trades. All huge, all involving big-name players, pretty much. And our lines are completely different now. So, got Zetterberg with McDavid and Lucic. That's a solid first line. Young meets old, definitely. Eberle, Datsyuk, and Jagr. So again, young meets old there. Sedin brothers with Pouliot, and then Maroon, Kamara, and Puljujarvi. So center depth is great. I put Kamara in center even though it's not natural, just because, you know, what the hell, I'm not going to put Zetterberg or Sedin on the 4th line. Then on D, we got Klefbom and Cronwall, so a nice super sweet pair there. Nurse and Seidenberg, young meets old, and Fane versus Ferentz. So pretty, you know, young versus old theme going on here. And then there's a much better goalie tandem. Oh, geez, another trade. Look, we're losing Klefbom for Beauchemin. Terrible. Oh my god, Detroit is so annoying. They keep unloading all these players on us. Johan Franzen, welcome to the team. What have I gotten myself into, boys? Oh my god, we lose Jordan Eberle for Roberto Luongo when we already have Talbot and freaking Ryan Miller. No, this is such a horrible idea. I'm sorry, Edmonton. I'm just noticing all these trades, no team has gone after any of the players that I put on the trade block. McDavid, Lucic, and Talbot are still all on the team. So I don't know if that's even worthwhile. Maybe I should just keep the first overall picks there so we can get more players, because I don't know if teams are willing to trade for players like McDavid. Oh my god. Okay, Pakarinen for Rabada, that's an upgrade, we'll take it. 2 months in, and we're just below 500, which is pretty good for Edmonton in this sim. Because, I mean, on paper, like before the season started, they were horrible. So, on paper, we've gotten a lot better. Our offense is at 94 now. Our defense has gotten one worse, and our goaltending's improved a lot. In terms of the standings, we're actually not doing that well. We're not in a playoff spot right now. We're 1 point out, though. Vancouver's actually doing really well. And San Jose is just godlike in this game, apparently. So, not too many updates, really. I've shown you the lines kind of sporadically, so let's see if more trades come in. I mean, this episode's going to be long. Our locker room chemistry, I mean, I don't really take that to heart too much, but it's at 90. I think that's the highest I've ever had it. Offense is 94. Our defense is back up to 91, which is good. And we are 3rd in our division now. We've caught up to Vancouver, so that's good. And we've got a decent cushion between us and the rest of our division. So Wow, this season's turned around quick. And the reason it went so fast is because we actually haven't had any trades since those other 2 months. So it looks like we've kind of settled into how we're going to look the rest of the way. So Zetterberg, McDavid, Lucic's up to 89 actually. Sedin, Yager, those are the same. Berbata's up to 85. Yeah, so we got crazy depth on forwards. On defense, who's increased? Boscheman, I think's up 1. Same with Cronwall. Nurse is up 1. So boys are playing well, and our goalie tandem's holding us in it. So let's go up to the trade deadline here, see if we can squeak in a couple more trades. Will it be the famous Dallas trade sharp? Oh, I almost called that. Okay, at least we're trading Brooks Like. We're losing 2 defensemen, 1 roster defenseman, so I don't really like that. And we're getting another depth forward who I don't think we're going to use, but oh well. Alright, so it doesn't look like we have any more trades coming in, so let's sim this game against St. Louis. And yeah, I don't think any more trades are going to be made. No, we're through the trade deadline, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we are. Okay. I mean, it's actually somewhat important, because if the boys are happy, then their overalls go up for some reason, and yeah, we get better production out of these guys. So we are now second in the division. We went from 4th and outside the playoffs up all the way to 2nd. We're not catching San Jose. I don't really care about them, just as long as we make the playoffs. Oh my god, look at this win streak. Look at this win streak. I haven't even been paying attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're on a 10-game win streak. We just ended off the season on an absolute tear. Since the Red Wings game back on March the 4th, we did not have a regulation loss in 1, 2, 6, 10, 13, 14 games without a regulation loss. Then we got that 1 loss to San Jose, then back-to-back wins against Vancouver to finish off the season. So we can see that we're facing Chicago. Of course, last episode meets this episode in the playoffs. So maybe they finished last. They didn't do as hot as we did when I took control of them. But yeah, let's see where we finished off here. So looking at our player stats, first off, McDavid didn't do so hot. I mean, he wasn't even point per game. Nobody really was point per game. But that's testament to our forward depth. So we had McDavid at 74, Lucic at 68. That is crazy for him. Zetterberg, Sedin with 30-goal seasons each. His brother not too far behind. Berbata killed it on, what was he, 3rd line? That's good. Datsuk, Yager, alright. Signs of him slowing down at 45, but fair enough. Where's our close defenseman? Cronwall, I mean, fair enough. We didn't really have any offensive defensemen, so most of our scoring came from our forwards. McDavid's up at 93, didn't even see that. And let's look at our goalie stats here. So Luongo got the bulk of our losses. Talbot actually did really well. His stats were incredible. Oh my god, we might have to run with him for the playoffs actually. 1.86 goals against with 937 save percentage in 33 games. That's crazy. Now in terms of the entire league, Stamkos had a hell of a year. 93 points, more assists than goals. Obviously he teamed up with Kucherov there. Like they very well could do in the regular season this year. I mean, if Stamkos stays healthy this year, I know I had him at like 8 or 9 in my centers ranking, but him and Kucherov could team up and easily could break 80 points apiece. Ovi looks like the only guy with a 50-goal season, but fair enough, he's Ovi. Kaner, 85 point per game. Kane and Sagan tore it up, as did Sagan and Ben. They also tore it up point per game. Tavares, yeah, all these guys. I mean, no real surprises here, to be honest. Let's look at defensemen, though. Who tore it up in defense? Weber actually killed it. He's 95 overall on the Canadians. Ekman, Larson, Doughty. Where's Carlson? Where's Burns? Oh my god, way down here. Both at 56 points each. 80 full season because nobody has injuries. And then where's Hedman? Victor Hedman. I don't see him anywhere. So Hedman's nowhere to be found. Goalie stats, Kari Lehtinen. I mean, for all the slack he takes in real life, he gets the job done in this game. Who did well? Bobrovsky, reigning Vezina Trophy winner. He's got the stats to back that up this year. Niemi, decent. Bobrovsky, yeah, so Bobrovsky, Lundqvist, those are the 2 Vezina candidates in my mind. Let's look at rookie skaters. I'm interested to see who is on top of the Calder. Where's Matthews? Where's Laine? Here you go. Matthews and Marner tore it up on the Leafs, okay. Same exact point total as goals and assists. Line A almost got 30 goals, so no surprises there. Anton Rodin, oh, Canucks fans, you might have a stud there. He tore it up, 42 points. Pretty big gap between the top three and the rest of them, but no surprises, Matthew Marner, Line. So, of course, we took our division, we came back, and I said earlier, like, with, a month and a half to go, I don't know if we catch San Jose. We did. Ended up with 110 points, top of the division, and we were 4 points out in taking top in the conference. So Bennett Sagan led Dallas to the top of the Western Conference, fair enough. Got 2 more wins than us. Then in terms of the entire league, we were, the three of us right there, Stars, Oilers, Sharks, the top of the division. Caps, Pens, Rangers, Canadians all did well. Any surprises? Vancouver, they made some good trades with us, I think. Taking Draisaitl, taking Larson, I think really helped them make the playoffs. Flyers made the playoffs. Detroit made the playoffs. Wow, okay. And who didn't? Who's a surprise? Toronto, way at the bottom there with Arizona. Anaheim, wow, not too far behind. They took a nosedive this season. Who else? Where is Colorado? They made the playoffs. The Colorado Avalanche, I think for the first time in the series, made the playoffs just by the skin of their teeth. But, man, night and day between these episodes. And, of course, now we can look at the playoff tree. The matchups here. The two Cats, Wild and Preds playing each other. That'll be a good series. Stars and Avs. That'll be a good series also, high scoring. Sharks and Vancouver again, the two aquatic creatures, and Oilers and Hawks, so that should be fun. Pens and Rangers, good rivalry there. Caps and Flyers, decent rivalry. Red Wings and Tampa, interesting. And then the Blue Jackets and Habs. There's pretty much no rivalry there, to be honest. So that'll be an interesting series to see how that unfolds. No Panthers to note in the Eastern Conference, so they will not be winning the Cup again this series. But enough talk now. Let's get into the playoffs here against my Chicago Blackhawks. Sim the first 3 games. Let's sweep. Let's sweep, Edmonton. Let's sweep them out of these playoffs. So we get... Alright, so that kind of ruined my commentary a little bit, ruined the hype, but we are up 2-1 in this series against Chicago. No changes need to be made, I don't think. Let's go through, let's put them on the verge. Come on. Okay, yeah, I don't care about the AHL. Nobody cares about the AHL in this series. Okay, they tied it up 2-2. Okay, one thing I want to make sure is that we have the right goalie in the net. It's like you guys saw when I was showing the stats, Talbot actually had really good numbers this season, although he didn't play as many games as Luongo. Talbot, I gotta give him the edge. I mean, we're tied 2-2. Let's see what he can do. Take us to the second round. All right, come on. This will just... No! 5-2. Talbot led in 5 goals. Are you kidding me? Okay. Last game, potentially, of the season. Let's sim up to it. And, I mean, let's just jump in and see what happens here. There it is. Oh, my God. Early goal. 1 minute and 2 seconds in. Or not even a minute in. Brian Campbell gets a goal on Luongo. What? Luongo's back in net? Oh no. Oh no. This could be the death of us right here. Okay. Let's watch it unfold. Come on, McDavid. Gotta get something going. There's so much... Yes! Pavel Datsyuk. I was just going to say, there's so much experience on this team. And we need our older players to step up. And that's why Pavel Datsyuk is going to get it going. Alright. Our experience needs to come through here. A lot of experience on this team. Let's go. We can beat the Hawks. Alright, second period is done. Let's push it to Game 7 here. Let's go. Yes, Datsyuk again from basically the goal line. Does maybe a little Datsyuk flip. Gets her in, and we take the 1-goal lead halfway through the third period. Come on, another power play. Can't let those chances slip away. We killed one off. Let's go. Yes, McDavid. There you go. Old meets new. This team, I love it. Connor buries it and ices that game. We take it 3-1 over Chicago. Push it to Game 7. All right, come on now. Let's go. Game 7. No changes. That was a good game. Let's watch it unfold here. Early... I hate having to come back. Come on. Lou, you got to stop these shots, man. I know it was a power play goal, but... all right, come on. A long way to go. Long way in this game. We can answer back. Chip away at this lead, alright? It's only 1 goal. Would like to get one before the end of the period. Okay, that's too much to ask. Fair enough. Okay, we need one here in the second. Don't concede. We need one here. Come on. I don't want to wait till the third to have to come back. Oh my god, long penalty kill. What the hell? Who did what? We're on the penalty kill for the whole period. Oh my god, we killed it off. We only have 10 shots though. This is embarrassing. What a turnout. Oh my god. Alright, last one. Here we go. Oh my god, game over. We're not coming back. Look, we don't even have half the shots that they have. Panic, Barry's on Luongo. It looks like this game's all but done. 15 shots is all we can muster in this 7th game. Alright, McDavid. I might have spoke too soon. Jonathan Toews, oh my god, Captain Clutch. Shows McDavid what's up. He says, you trying to come back on me? No! That's how a real captain performs. And knocks us out of the playoffs. Wow. Okay, well, I mean, I can't be too salty about that. Jonathan Toews and the Hawks knock us out of the playoffs, so it's not the end of the world. But, yeah, I mean, after that season, after that crazy run that we had at the end of the season, I would have hoped for a bit more from these guys. We pushed the Hawks, of all teams, to Game 7, lost. So, I mean, I'm not too salty about that, and hopefully they're the inevitable Stanley Cup champs once the sim ends. So that's just what we're going to do. We are going to sim through the rest of the playoffs now and see how it unfolds. Then I'm going to show you guys the results, and I'm going to show you guys the awards, and then that'll be the episode. So there it is. Dallas Stars are your 2017 Stanley Cup champions, where they didn't even make the playoffs in real life this year. So interesting. So the Hawks actually made it to the Western Conference Final to lose in 7 games to the Dallas Stars. So they tore it up. Dallas in 6, Dallas in 6, Dallas in 7, Dallas in 7. So, man, a lot of great series going on. The only one, Flyers swept the Caps. Rip the Caps, guys. I mean, I don't know what the hell is wrong with them. Montreal had an easy time until they ran to the Rangers and got eliminated. So, yeah, pretty different Stanley Cup run this time around with the cap off. And now the one thing I've yet to do in this series is show you guys the awards. So Stanley Cup goes to the Dallas Stars, Presidents as well. And yeah, you know, these ones we already saw from the playoff tree. Art Ross Trophy, Steven Stamkos, we knew that. He also won the Hart as well. James Norris, Best Defenseman, goes to Shea Weber, who also had the most points. Lady Byng to Kucherov. Sometimes the sim mimics real life, so Matthews wins the Calder. Conn Smythe goes to Tyler Seguin. He must have killed it in the playoffs in points. Vezina, my pick for the Vezina, goes to Bobrovsky. Again, similar to real life, he wins the Vezina. Won the Jennings as well. Kevin Klein wins the Bill Masterson right before he actually retired just this past year in real life. Selke goes to Bergeron again. He's won it 3 of the past 4 years, so that's crazy. Lindsay goes to Stammer. And Maurice Richard goes to Ovi, as we saw in the regular season. So, I mean, interesting season with the cap off. A lot of trades happening in the first, half of the sim. Things cooled down afterwards. But again, like I said, a lot of older players have been traded, and you can expect that to continue if we keep it like it is. So let me know what you guys thought of this episode. I mean, shame that Edmonton didn't make it further after they'd had in the season. Maybe they peaked too early. Who knows? So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe for more, because I'm trying to roll out a few more before NHL 18 rolls around. Pittsburgh, Montreal, maybe some other teams, who knows. And then once NHL 18 launches, we're going to take advantage of that expansion mode, draft Vegas and expand them in real life, maybe do my own version of how I would drafted the Vegas team, and then do a 30-second expansion team as well. So still a lot of videos to come out in this series, and yeah, make sure you subscribe to stay tuned to all of them. Anyways, guys, until the next Accepting All Trades, I'll see you in the next one.